Brittany, and I have a very, very quick update for you. So we talked a couple of weeks ago. We did the test. Everything was well. I've come back a couple of weeks later, and now things have changed quite a bit. So I'm no longer a status 2. I'm now a status 1B. Um, we're going to measure some pressures. I'm in um, cardiac ICU. We're going to measure some pressures here with this IV thing here rolling in my neck. We're going to measure some pressures. If those pressures do not improve here over the next couple of days, I'll be moved up to a 1A. A 1A puts me in line for transplant probably within the next couple of weeks, so possibly before the new year. So I need 3 things from you guys. I know it's a lot, but bear with me. Number 1, I need you to pray for my family. I need you to help pray for wisdom and guidance and understanding. I have no idea where I would even start if I was going to bring home a child that had a heart transplant, or a spouse, or an aunt or a cousin, or anything of those, anything of the like. So please, please, please pray for them. Pray that God will send people that have been through this process, so that they can have comfort and know that they're not alone in this. Pray for my son, that he would be protected from any and every attack of the enemy that he even thinks about bringing. I do not ever, regardless of what happens in that operating room, want him to believe that God is not good, that his will is not perfect, and that he is not just. So if you see him, if you happen to see my child, please tell him that God is good, and God is right, and God is just. And even though he's only 5 and may not understand it, I promise you his spirit will receive it, and it will make a difference. Next thing, if you are not an organ donor, now would be a fantastic time to make that decision. So remember heartunfailure.com, and then click on Take Action at the top, and click on I want to be a donor. It takes not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. Do it from your phone, do it from your iPad, do it from your computer. It doesn't matter. Sign up, sign up, sign up. It's so important. You can save up to 7 lives. So please, please, please consider that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not happy about this. I thought I was coming in for one thing. I did not plan on staying. Definitely did not plan on having this stuff going on. But this is what God had in store. And my doctor actually came in and talked to me. He said, I'm glad you came in, because you were really, really bad. You may not have felt really bad, but you were really, really bad. Your numbers looked terrible. And you would have come in shock had you waited until, I wanted to wait till after the holidays. So you would have come in shock if you would have waited that long. So I'm glad you came in now. And I'm sitting back, and I was so mad and so frustrated, because this was not a part of my plan. But then I realized the same God that parted the sea for Moses, the same God that left the writing on the wall, the same God that had his people walk around the walls of Jericho and blow a horn, and the walls fell down, the same God who Gideon left the fleece out for, the same God that led the Egyptians with a pillar of fire, that God, the same God that told David, get 3 stones in a sling. That God is my God. And I realize there's a big difference today in believing in God and believing God. We can believe in things and not believe them. So I could say, I believe in God. I believe he's there. I believe he's God. I believe he's up there. But I don't believe in his power, or I don't believe in his will, or I don't believe in his abilities. And that's where I got into trouble today, because I'm thinking, well, God should be fixing this. Like, now would be a fantastic time. But that may not be his will. It just may not be his time yet. So I've got to sit back and believe God that whatever it is that he's doing is right, and whatever it is that he's doing is good, and whatever it is that he's doing will bring him glory more than anything that I could ever have in mind. If you want a 9 to 11 Sunday morning God, believe in him and believe him. Believe him from 9 to 11 on Sunday mornings. Believe that that's the only time that he can work in and around you. But if you want a 24/7 all day, every day, while I'm asleep, you're watching over me. While I'm awake, you're keeping me from choking God. Then you have got to believe him all day, every day. Pray for me, and I will pray for you that you believe God. I love you all, and I thank you so much for your support and so much for your outpouring of love. Good night.